rainy day. Now it's time to tell you guys how I caught those fish. Stay tuned. Okay guys, this was the setup that was happening real late in the day, as I said in the marsh hunt video. So click the annotation above if you want to go back and watch that video before you view this one. So let me explain to you what you're looking at. And I'm sorry for the horrible picture, but some of my kayak buddies do not want this bayou shown on satellite imagery, because this area was shown to me and I want to respect the kayakers that did show me this area. So let's get right into it. The gray is the bank outline, the green the higher saltwater content coming in later in the day with an incoming tide. The brown represents the flow of fresh water coming into this bayou in an outgoing tidal phase. The red star is the key area where I was getting bit, which was the wind-blown point, along with the help of the tide coming into it. Now, if you go back and watch the latter part of the video where I caught that cool red and slow-moed it, the red star bank was getting pummeled with the wind and the tide because of the natural shape that this bayou had, I believe. Guys, the cool thing about this spot is that the trout and reds were here in combination, and also mullet and many other bait fish were present here as well. The interesting situation I find on countless trips to any marsh that I fish is I'm always catching fish on the banks where the tide is pouring into it, where the suds, the foam, is coming into the bank. That's where I've had the most success of anywhere in the bayou, especially on an incoming tide. But this also applies to an outgoing tide, I believe. As I'm thinking about what happened that day, I'm reminded that I'm always told, fish the current breaks, the eddies, right? But in this situation, I find more times than not, it's not true. I've tried. Very few occasions have come up, and there have been a few, but not many, where I'm catching them in the eddies. But on that day, the fish seem to have been positioned on the opposite side of the bayou. For reds and trout, though, let's think about it. It makes sense that they would put their heads into the current on a wind tide blown bank, that they would wait for the bait to come to them. Because why? Well, we know that they're ambush predators. Now, this topic of conversation may be controversial. I'm sure that I'll have some of you disagree with me, but that's okay. And I'm not saying that this area, and I stress this, applies to everywhere, but in every spot I've fished, I've had success doing this. So let me know in the comments below, guys, if you have or have not experienced the same things as I've experienced on the marsh hunt video. Let me also know if you liked this video, if it helped you, and if you'd like to see more of these vids down the road. Thanks for watching.